Hello and welcome to the Eating Disorder Therapist podcast. I'm Harriet Frew, eating disorder therapist, here to support you in overcoming disordered eating and finding peace with food. Now, the episode today is to help you bring about change in your recovery journey and how to really get inspired and feel encouraged again when you have been going around in circles and meeting dead ends, and maybe you feel that the recovery fire has just gone out. Okay, so let's dive in. So number one, where attention goes, energy flows. So this quote is supposedly by James Redfield. I think it's been quoted by many other people too, but James, we are giving you this credit for today. Where attention goes, energy flows. So if your recovery fire is in embers and your passion for progress has dulled, then it might be time to reflect on ways to ignite your desire for change. Now, each morning you wake up with a limited energetic supply and you have a choice, at least in part, in how you direct this. Now, you may have work or studies or family obligations which naturally absorb a portion of this energy, and appropriately so, because a functional life needs to be lived to survive and thrive. However, you'll also be directing your energy unconsciously in all manner of directions and losing this precious resource down rabbit holes which derail and confuse you. So maybe you scroll endlessly on socials, looking at what I eat in a day content, or asking ChatGPT about calories or gym routines. Perhaps you absorb political news feeds with thirsty energy, then you feel understandably distressed over the state of the world, feeling helpless and stuck. Maybe you spend hours gossiping with friends about other people's lives, or endlessly self-obsessing over your perceived faults and failures. Maybe you meticulously track every morsel of food eaten to the milligram. Think of the time and energy that goes into that. And maybe you glance in the mirror at your tummy, critiquing its natural curve, and examine your thigh gap or lack of. And perhaps the weighing scales are receiving more than their fair share of attention, and this number is whirling around your psyche and creating angst. Now, it could be many other things that you could be spending your time and energy doing, eating disorder related, or just other areas of life which don't really lift you up and inspire you. Now, all this precious attention can be poured out wastefully in an unconscious haze of repeated habits never to be questioned. And these seemingly innocent behaviours add fuel to the burning fire of the eating disorder identity, because attention goes where the energy flows. So consider the cumulative impact of these mentioned habits and the overall bearing on your well-being and mental health. It is monumental. But if you recognise yourself here, you are not alone. The world today is perfected for endless distraction and escape into oblivion, helping you to avoid reality. Just imagine if you became only 5% more intentional with your focus, simply paling back some of the destructive and soul-sapping distractions, whilst instead directing this energy towards healing and transformative mindsets. It can be life-changing. A straightforward replacement of what I eat in a day video YouTube scrolling, perhaps with some non-food based entertainment or even an educational podcast on resetting the nervous system, can have infinite cumulative benefits. Or simply deciding not to count your steps today or track your calories, but to transfer this energy towards intentional gratitude. Or not engaging in negative chat which leaves you drained. Now, these tiny incremental steps are life-changing in directing you towards a recovered identity. The energy saved can empower and transform. So I'd really encourage you, if you're listening and you recognise that you're channeling so much energy down some of these rabbit holes which are not getting you to the places that you want to, just think about how you can take a baby step and intentionally step in a different direction. And you don't need to overhaul your whole life in one go. It's the cumulative, underwhelming baby steps that will add up and really truly lead to transformation. Okay, number 2, connect to a thrilling recovery vision. Now, quantum leaps in recovery rarely spring from micro-analysing the next meal or contemplating weight change. In fact, focusing on these factors can worsen your situation and demotivate you. So instead, begin to connect to a recovery vision outside of your comfort zone. Not one that is so unrealistic that it feels like an impossible dream. However, one that lights a fire in your belly and moves you internally. You feel a connection to something that has personal meaning to you. So what truly lights you up on a soul level? It might be time to connect to your authentic self before the world shaped you with its conditions. What did you love to do when you were 8 years old and were immersed in an activity? What did you love doing when time passed like lightning due to your flow state? What things today make you genuinely feel excited? You need to connect with emotion, joy, inspiration, excitement, peace, happiness. It's all waiting for you. So connecting to a thrilling vision can inspire incredible change. Because of when you don't have a thrilling, vibrant vision on the horizon, it's really, really hard to be making changes when you almost just feel like, well, I'm going to be leading the same life with all its problems, but maybe just at a different weight and eating more food. You need something that is brighter, bigger, and something that really connects with you on a soul level. Number 3, surrender the old mindset. So as you begin to change, you will reach the familiar boundaries of your old comfort zone. Now, when you reach this threshold, you'll feel fearful and you won't wish to leave those safe waters. Your nervous system will signal potential danger and unfamiliarity. You'll be anticipating the bear in the hedge ready to launch an attack. So regular eating may feel excessive. Feeling full will feel uncomfortable. Any weight change might feel catastrophic. And you might associate any difference or unfamiliarity with a period of your life when you felt out of control with food and was spiraling into chaos. Your reactivated thoughts and feelings may catapult you to a scary place where you are imagining the worst. So realize that these old ways of thinking no longer serve you. Today you're an adult and you are in a different place now. You're stepping outside of the old paradigm with resources and resilience. You are creating a brand new identity where self-care and body respect take central stage, along with deep self-compassion and kindness. Now, stepping into the unknown requires a letting go of control and leaning into self-trust. Now, if you have an eating disorder, these things might feel extremely unsafe and scary. But the other side of fear is where the magic happens. You can lean into this fear and emerge on the other side. Okay, be brave, be courageous. You can do it. Okay, so I hope you found this episode inspirational and you can feel a bit more encouraged that recovery is possible for you. Truly, some of these tips I've shared today are things that I use to this day. I mean, I'm not struggling anymore with food and body image, but there are things in my life that I'm working on, and I'm very intentional about how I direct my energy, because energy is a precious resource. It's finite and we only have so much time. So it makes so much sense to direct our energy with real consciousness and intention towards the things that really matter. Okay, and as I always say, start small. Underwhelming steps add up to a great deal of change. One day, as C.S. Lewis says, you will look back and you will just see how far you have come. When day by day, he says, day by day, it feels as though nothing changes, but one day you will look back and see how far you come. And that is so, so true. Okay, if you're not following me already on Instagram, do seek me out, the Eating Disorder Therapist _ if you'd like weekly articles into your inbox of these podcasts. Do subscribe to my Substack. The link is in the show notes. If you enjoy this podcast, I'd be so grateful if you'd follow, rate and review, as it helps it reach so many more listeners. Thank you so much for listening, and I look forward to sharing another podcast episode with you very soon.